Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. I am the Maxi Trades. In the last part, we were shocked and surprised to learn that our friend Sayaka had been murdered, and then, in the blink of an eye, Junko alongside her. Although we know the cause of that one, that was Monokuma just being a terrible, terrible bear man person, whatever. Robots, whatever he's supposed to be, I do not entirely know yet, but the point is, people are dying, and that's a real problem because one of the people in this room did it, and that's going to be a huge problem. Now, as I was rather shaken up initially, I have obviously taken a day or so to readjust and figure out some things, and well, first and foremost, I just wanted to very briefly point out that I'm surprised that Sayaka was killed, honestly. Not so much, I don't mean, what's the best way to put this? Okay, so I've made it no secret that she's honestly been kind of creeping me out and has been bizarrely clingy and everything, but the way that the story was going, I was under the assumption that she was going to be the one to kill somebody else. Like, you know, like a real, like a lowball, obvious, you know, killer for the first case, basically, is what I was under the impression that we were going to be getting. Because even at best, but I guess, at the same time, best case scenario, the character existed solely as a means to be a hope spot, basically. She was supposed to be like, she was set up as like your obvious love interest. She was set up to be like a nice person, like the one person you could obviously trust out of everybody. So, a clever game, and this game is most certainly quite clever, would have obviously taken her away for that exact purpose. So, while I was expecting her to be a killer, and that was going to be, like, the super twist, but I guess just straight up killing her in general works, too. Junko, on the other hand, over here, that really caught me off guard, but after having some time to think about it, I think I understand why it happened. As we know, Celeste here was being all creepy and ominous and foreshadowy about it, on how apparently she was going to end up dying due to her lack of ability of adapting and whatnot. Well, I suppose she was at least partially correct, although I don't know how one would really adapt to 5 spears in the chest, but I suppose it doesn't really matter in the end. The point is, I think she was done as sort of a martyr, I suppose, as to sort of just, like, to really to explain and show off just how messed up of a person Monokuma is and how serious and dire the situation really is. Which is a shame, because she honestly seemed like a pretty cool character. Well, with the whole, seeming to honestly be the most rationally minded person so far that I've met, if I'm being perfectly honest, reacting to everything pretty accordingly, but, I guess maybe that's why she had to go too. She acted too rationally in the situation, so her sticking around probably would have made things a lot more difficult to, I guess, cause some chaos amongst the ranks of all the other people. Anyway, I suppose that's enough talking about it. I suppose we should probably figure out who killed Sayaka, otherwise we're all going to die, and, well, that's probably something I'd like to avoid. Alright, I suppose we should probably start with just talking to people, seeing what the word is.
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. Well, what do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disrupt the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. Actually, that's pretty forward thinking.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
But why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Antagonization! Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What the hell with you? He's not wrong, mind it.
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard as well. That way there's no problem. They couldn't have both done it. 2-player co-op-based defense with the 2 of them with their stats. Totally OP. An incredibly silly and nerdy way of putting it, but yeah, I suppose nobody would really be able to do much of anything if both of them were attacking them. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Oh, you poor girl.
what the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. You have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead. Sensibilities! Oh no, you're being sensible! Stop that right now! Be irrational and crazy! Otherwise you're gonna be in a bad way. Alright, anybody else got anything to include?
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that piece of excrement bear. I gotta agree, that bear is pretty rude. Heh, so you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Noticed what? Yeah, look, what are you talking about? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. Oh, right! I forgot, we got an autopsy report. I should probably... Hang on. I think I can... Yeah, I might be able to look into this. Regulations, like, system... I don't think any of these things would work. Wait, maybe it's the wrong button? Tab? No. Wait, no. Give me a second here! Oh, wait, brain. I guess just the regulations in general? No. Where is the Monokuma file, exactly? How do I look through it? And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka... Oh. Yeah, that's probably gonna be a problem for me. Yeah, she died in Makoto's dorm. She's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Of course, obviously. Oi, why do I gotta be the chief suspect right out the gate? Well, hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. Yeah, I don't care about what you have to say, shut up. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Well, I mean, to be fair, from an outsider's perspective looking directly in, yeah, I mean, you are the chief suspect, and that is a huge pain in the tweets, but I guess we ain't got no much choices. Eh? What's going on? Huh, alright. He seems to be having trouble accepting the reality of the situation. We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Move forward we shall do. Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Ah, alright, fine. Yo! Bunny girl!
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us, yeah, this is actually pretty emotionally traumatizing. Alright. Yo, Leon? So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? Well, obviously, ain't got any other choices. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies, but if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid! Yeah, it's pretty dumb. And I don't really want to talk to you, but... need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Oh, okay. Well, can I, like, leave? Is that an option?
Just a second.
Hold on. Whoa, huh? Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? Oh, yeah. What, exactly?
Anyway.
We're gonna find out who the killer is, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. What? You want me to look at Junko? Because I don't really want to look at Junko right now. Aha! I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone, and that's really depressing. I really wish we had like a tarp or something. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood, frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Be totally hardcore! Huh? Hold on. Well, hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real?
Let me out of
Oh my god. Bit slow on the uptake, aren't you there, Yashohiro? Somebody save me, let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that.
So then.
Are we all done talking? I mean, I've been done talking for a while. We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up and look for clues. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. Look, if you're not the ultimate detective, then I honestly can't think of anything else you could potentially be. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say anymore?
Actually.
I'd rather you didn't, no. Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a something or another did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking
they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trail and cave that goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I'll mess them up. Yep, that's, alright. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? We're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway.
We don't really have anything in particular. We already, of course. What are you implying? It was you. Yeah, I get it. You're a terrible person and you're just going to throw things at other people. I don't like talking to you. Stop having a face. Well, okay, yep, you keep going. You're making it tempting. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. Yay! Somebody doesn't immediately suspect me. It's something. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Okay, well that's an obvious lie. Junko just got shish kebabbed 6 weeks from Sunday.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, guess I'd better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Bad luck, generally. That seems to be your thing. Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? Because really, you're the only suspect. I have to do something, otherwise everyone will... Whoa, hello.
Execution.
Yeah,
Electric chair.
I don't want to hear him talk anymore. I remember what he said. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka? Well, alright, I guess I gotta investigate. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. Oh, okay, I guess I don't actually have immediate access to it. Alright, the victim was Sayaka Miyazono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom, primarily the fact that the corpse is in there. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. Okay, so the killer broke her hand and then stabbed her in the bathroom. Huh, okay. Well, that actually raises a few questions, but alright. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Oh, Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Ah, okay. I always get the buttons wrong on this thing. Alright, Truth Bullets. So, can I, like, look at it now? Yeah, okay. I can look at it whenever I want. Alright. Good to know. Alright. So, I kind of doubt it. You two seem like the type to just completely avoid this sort of situation, but, you know anything? Aren't you gonna help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. You know what? I'm honestly gonna say that's an A-okay. You felt bad about killing a mosquito. This is gonna rock your damn world. I don't want to die here.
Help me!
God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Although, to be fair, I don't think even in a healthy state of mind he'd be all that helpful. But, alright. So I guess, first things first would be to go to where... Ah, okay. Would be to go where everybody else be. Right here. Yo, okay. Oh, what, I can't? I can't teleport? Why not? Oh, well, that's just inconvenient. Alright, fine. I guess maybe so I don't miss something? Best I could figure. Alright. I did pretty good in Phoenix Wright. At least that's what everybody tells me. So I feel like I should probably be able to figure all this out. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Okay. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remains. I guess that's why I couldn't teleport. It was going to do it for me. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Okay. Well, first things first. This is pretty important, I feel. Let's check out that, you know, the katana. It kinda clearly has been used. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold, too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. And the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Oh, alright. Sword added. Alright, so let's see. Tossed over table. Oh, no, I guess I can just talk to you. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Alright, well, you're not passing immediate judgment. I'm pretty okay with that.
By the way.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty for the last few seconds. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch.
That dirty so-and-so. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking
So if I ever find that son of a something that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Did not think that far ahead. Alright, well, I'm noticing cuts all over the dang place. There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? I don't know. Like, how do you scuff up the bed, the floor, and the wall? Like a mad gymnastics routine had to be going around this place. Scratches all and gouges all on my wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? No, I'm pretty sure that's an evidence of a birthday party. What the hell do you think, dude? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. That would not have been possible. Remember, they're soundproof. Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. Probably to make mysteries a little bit, mysterious. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. That's just messed up. Alright, evidence of a struggle. Oh, I didn't even notice you back there. Terribly sorry. We're hiding behind Mondo. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but... Oh.
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious?
You seem to be shifting through the carpet.
No, not really.
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of poking at stuff. Nice leaning pose, by the way. Very discreet.
Searching.
Searching? She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure that's definitely what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. That much is obvious. Let's see. Actually, you know what I should probably be doing? Whoa, that's a lot of stuff to click. Alright. So is this a different piece? This is the replica sword I bought back for self-defense. It was used in the attacks amount. Oh, I guess not. And plus the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath. Oh, look at, There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. You could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Well, I mean, seeing as how the sword is still here and not covered in blood, I'm assuming there was another weapon, and this was used to defend themselves. You know, the whole reason you had it in the first place. So my best guess is somebody came in with a blade of some sort, and I guess Sayaka, knowing about the sword, grabbed it and used it to protect herself. That'd be my guess. Didn't seem to work out too well, but there you go, I guess. Let's see. Anything changing over here? The toolkit's still inside the drawer. And I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
Why?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either?
Why?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys had opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Whoa! Apparently that's... Okay, apparently that's crime-crucial information. The toolkit and the fact that nobody has used theirs. Okay, good to know, good to know. Anything different about the lint roller? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? That seems like an incredibly uncharacteristic thing to do. At least given the circumstances. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly... That's right, we have to trade keys, so we traded keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys, too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time, which means... And she said she wouldn't open the door no matter what. So how'd they get in? If that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? Considering how freakishly terrified she was, I'm gonna say no. No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Exactly. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it, or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either, because that would have implied she left the room and she said she wasn't gonna do that. She was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did they get into the room? Oh, switching rooms. Important information. All right, let's see. Nothing different about the trash can. I've looked at the sheaves, I've looked at the scuffs, the lint roller, the bed, the thing. Anything different about the notepad? Yo, hold up. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Ah, dang. Okay, fine. Just looking around to see if there's anything I've missed. I mean, other than the obviously, I guess, looking at the body itself. I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. Oh, I guess I'm not done yet. Okay. I guess I didn't look at all the scuffs. Let's see, scratches and gouges on the wall and bed. Evidence of a struggle. Looks like must have been a fight around here. The rooms are completely soundproof, so nobody would have known. Right, okay, so that's up. Dang it. Is there a way to speed up the talking? I guess not. You willing to tell me what you're doing now? Oh, I guess maybe? Hey, Kyoko. Oh, her name on this. Nope, she's still pretty...
What are you doing?
She's pretty hell-bent on still doing the thing. All right.
I'm so
Now I am confused. What am I not looking at here? Oh, I'm sorry. Something else seems to be going on. Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting? Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Well, if you'd like to let me know, that'd be great. What do you mean? Other than the scene of the, struggle. I've searched your floor from corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. Now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. The lint roller? It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Okay, Makoto's room cleanliness. So bizarre. It has to be involved. All right. Now can I go check on the body? Yep, I guess I can. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. Oh, now everything's green. No, I can't let it get to me. Can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Oi. Looking at her made it painfully clear that it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. Generally, a lot of the things that would make somebody, mostly emotions you feel when you see a dead body, I can assume. But I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought helped me up and supported me. All right, well, first things first, I can't help but notice, there appears to be something written back there. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Leon. Yeah. Flip that upside down. Now that's Leon. Okay then. That seems pretty clear cut. Oh my god. Okay. Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Really? You can even see like the little smear in the end. Like there was clearly more there. Wow. Okay. I guess this is one of those the characters have to catch up to me, I guess. Did Sayaka do this? I guess we'll have to look at her body then, won't we? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. A knife. Yeah, that much has been definitely made clear. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Well, one would typically assume someone would get a knife from the kitchen, so guess we'll have to look there. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Saika's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure, and it has gold paint on it. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there where her wrist is swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. Okay, so we can determine one of two possible things. Either she wrote the message behind her, or someone else did it to frame Leon. So those are our two options, basically, at this point. Alright, well, at least we have a prime suspect at this point. Not in-game. I mean, the characters are kind of slow right now, but at least me and the audience, we're on the same level here, right? The palms of both of her hands are totally spotless, so how come only your left finger... Oh, wait, hold up! Snap, snap, crackle, pop. Okay. Okay, so her right wrist has the gold on it, but her hands are completely clean. So that would imply that she got hit by the gold sword. Because if it hit her wrist, then the gold would get on there. But if she wielded it on her own, then there would be gold all over her hands. Okay, so then the killer got a knife, brought it in, and then used the gold sword. I'm not sure how that exactly works. Okay. I'm theorizing and spitballing ideas here. I'm not sure if that's how detectives are supposed to work, but I'm doing my best here. Give me some slack! Alright, Saika's wrist has been added. Stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on, most likely during the struggle outside of the bathroom. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Saika in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Alright, interesting. Anything else to look at? No, just her body and Leon written behind her. Okay. Leave the bathroom? Yes. Taking a step out. I've had quite enough corpse for today. Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Saika's dying message. Yeah, except they're not numbers. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. Right. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? Well, the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? They don't mean anything. What, because they're like upside down? You can't... Okay, if she got stabbed and slumped over onto the back of the bathroom like it looks like she did, like there's blood on the wall, then that would imply she had to have written it. And if her... Okay, yeah. Yeah, and if her right hand is busted, her wrist, she couldn't have drawn with that. So she used her left hand and kind of scrawled the name upside down like. Because from her perspective, that would have been the way to do it. So, yeah. I mean, come on, guys. It's not that hard. 11037. I guess this is something we're going to have to be stuck with for a while, I guess. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. So... The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her... Okay, so you do get it. It means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? It would be upside down. Well... Think about it. You're not going to tell me. Makoto. You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, this case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. It's either Leon upside down or somebody named Noel that we were unaware of. Is it Christmas? Is that something that's going on? What? It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea, other than the fact... Okay, so wait. If she used her body to block it, then that means, yeah, probably wasn't the killer trying to frame Leon. I think it might actually have just straight up been him, but... Of course, that raises the very good question of... why? Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer? Makoto. There's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? What? Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Okay. Okay, so the fact that... Okay, so the fact that the door is hard to open is also important to the case. I guess it makes sense. Why else would they have even bothered including that in the game?
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. And, the doorknob. What, do I need to actually... Okay. Come on. Give me the details. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Okay, well, yeah, that's obviously something. Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. Oh! Oh, so that's... Okay, that's why, the toolkit's necessary. So all we gotta do is look up who's used their toolkit. Because Mondo said nobody's used them as far as he knows. So if anybody did use it, it would have been to open up the door. Booyah! All we gotta do is figure out who used their toolkit. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently, struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Saika about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Saika knew about it. Which is your way of telling me that the killer wouldn't have known. Oh! I get you. Okay, so the door wasn't locked, so why was he trying to open it? That would be because Saika was in here, which led the killer to believe that this was a girl's room. So I guess maybe Saika hid in the bathroom. The killer tried to open it, couldn't, assumed it was because it was locked, and then got their toolkit. Is basically what I think we're getting at here. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of this.
I see.
And that clears that up. What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
It's not this hard, dude. Well, see you later. Again, this is early game, so I'm assuming everything's supposed to be kinda simple. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Alright, bathroom doorknob. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Feasible! Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Leave the area.